Yes, very good morning, dear students. Welcome back to on class, grade 10. Yes, dear students. So far, we're discussing a few concepts in foundation right chapter. So today also foundation. Today so I'm taking a foundation from few concepts that is from right chapter. Right. So last class we have discussed about sign convention for spherical mirrors. Sign convention for spherical mirrors. So for example, again just I recorded sign convention for spherical mirrors. For example, just I assume a concave mirror, right? Just I kept here it is a pole, it is a midpoint of the spherical mirror, and it is a center of curvature, it is the center of the hollow sphere, and it is a focus, it is a midpoint between pole to center of curvature. That we know very well. Right? So now I discussed with you 3 or 4 sign conventions. Just I recall with you. The first sign convention is, see for example, before that just I want to tell to you one thing. That is, for example, here I want to describe the focal length. So what is the definition of focal length? The distance between pole to focus we call focal length. Distance between pole to focus we call focal length. For example, if we want to calculate radius of curvature, then the distance between pole to center of curvature. This is a pole to focal length. This focus is focal length, and pole to center of curvature is a radius of curvature. So here you note one thing. So we can measure all distances from pole. Here we are not telling the distance between focus to pole is focal length, and we are not telling the distance between center of curvature to pole is radius of curvature. But we are discussing here the distance between pole to focus is focal length, and pole to center of curvature is radius of curvature. Hence, so we can choose all distances are measured from the pole of the spherical mirror. So that is the first sign convention. All distances are measured from the pole of the spherical mirror. And next one is distances are measured in the direction of incident light are taken as positive, and distances are measured in the opposite to the direction of incident light are taken as negative. See, for example, I am taking the light rays, incident light rays are going this side. But if you see in concave mirror, for example, I kept the object distance at center of curvature. Now, how I take object distance? Pole to center of curvature is u, right? So, but the incident light ray is going this side, but object distance is this side. So, for that only, in concave mirror, object distance is negative. It is always negative object distance in concave mirror, right? Yes. And if you see, if you want to calculate focal length, pole to focus is a focal length. So, but incident light ray is going this side, then we can calculate focal length this side. So, then it is also opposite to the direction of incident light. Then it is a focal length is always negative in concave mirror. The sign convention for focal length is always negative for concave mirror, right? And here that is the second sign convention, and we can discuss after sign convention. What about image distance? What about height of the object? And what about the height of the image? That we can discuss after completing this. After we can recall this. And third one is the distances are measured above the principal axis is taken as positive, and distances are measured below the principal axis is taken as the negative. These are the 4 sign conventions already discussed with you. Right? Yes. So today I am going to discuss with you image formation due to concave mirror with the we can at the different positions of the object. So I kept an object at a different position. Then where will be image formed, and what is the nature of image, that I am going to discuss with you, dear students. The first one is object kept at infinity. Object kept at infinity. Object kept at infinity. So to discuss this image formation, already I discussed last class or before last class one concept, that is image formation due to a spherical mirrors. So if you don't have idea image formation, rules for image formation, so you don't construct this image formation. Not only concave mirror, any of course convex mirror also. So if you don't have idea about rules for image formation, you can't construct this image formation of any spherical mirror. So for that only just you have to learn rules for image formation that already I discussed with you. Right? Yes. The first one is object kept at infinity where image will form. So what is nature of its image? See, for example, I am taking concave mirror, right? It is a inside surface is a reflecting surface, outside surface is a silver coated surface. And I am taking a midpoint of the spherical mirror pole, and I am taking center of, it is the center of the hollow sphere, and I am taking focus. It is the midpoint between pole to center of curvature. Now I am taking a principal axis. The line passing through center of curvature and pole of the spherical mirror is called principal axis. The line passing through center of curvature and principal axis is called what? Principal axis. Now first I am taking the incident light. Actually here beam of light rays, that means group of light rays are that. For example, I am taking here in this room bundle of light rays or beam of light rays is there. But our convenience to form an image, just I am taking 2 or 3 incident light rays. So just I am taking incident light rays are coming from infinity distance. Incident light rays are coming from infinity distance. Already I showed, already discussed with you. This is a what is this? This is symbol. The symbol denotes the direction of incident light ray. So then see here. Then what happens whenever the incident light rays are traveling parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it passing through focus. After reflection it passing through focus. And it is also after reflection passing through focus. It is also after reflection it passing through focus. It is also passing through focus. So where image will be formed? Whenever object is kept at infinity, the image is formed at focus. And already I discussed with you this we call principal focus. Already last class I discussed with you what is the principal focus of concave mirror, what is the principal focus of convex mirror. What do you mean by principal focus here? So whenever the incident light rays are coming parallel to the principal axis, after reflection the reflected light rays are intersected at some point on the actually intersected some point on the principal axis. That point we call principal focus of the concave mirror. So here all the reflected light rays actually meet. See, this is a reflected light ray direction, this is a reflected light ray direction, and this is a reflected light ray direction, this is a reflected light ray direction. So all the reflected light rays are actually intersected at some other point, some point on the principal axis. That point we call principal focus of the concave mirror, right? Yes. So here, so the main our aim is where we kept the image and where image will be formed. What is its nature of image? And see, the image formed at image is at focus. I am writing here. Image is at focus, and it is a point size image. Size of image means point size image. And of course a real image also, because the reflected light rays are here really intersected, not appearly intersected. So this is about where we kept image and where image formed, what is the nature of its image, right? Yes. That's the first one. Next one is, so object is kept at infinity. Infinity already discussed, at focus. Object is kept at focus. Right? Yes. See, so it is a pole and it is a focus and it is a center of curvature. Right? Now I am keeping my object is at focus. Right? Yes. See, it is incident light ray. Whenever the incident light ray is traveling parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it passing through focus. After reflection it passing through focus. Now I am taking one more rule. Whenever incident light ray is incident obliquely on the pole of the spherical mirror, after reflection the reflected light rays reflect obliquely from the pole. So then here some at infinity distance these reflected light rays are intersected. These reflected light rays are at infinity distance these reflected light rays are intersected. Right? See, this is actually principal axis. See here, this is the intersection of reflected light rays. Just you can, this symbol is very important. In exam also, don't remember to Don't forget to indicate this symbol. So then only we can understand, then only I will understand as this reflector light is going this side. So if you are not denote the symbol, then you lost marks. Right? Yes. See here it is a size of image. So now I kept object is at focus. Object is at focus. Object is at focus. Then image is where? At infinity. Image is at infinity. And here the reflector light is a real image. So then it is a real image. And it is not like this and it is like this. So then it is inverted image. Actually object is like this, but it is a image will be like this. Then it will be inverted image. Real image and inverted image also. Real image and inverted, or real and inverted image you can write. Real image or inverted image. And it is a magnified image also. See, it is actually object size. It is object size, but it is a image size. Then it is a magnified image also. It is a magnified image. So it is a second case. First we discussed object is at infinity. Second is object is at focus. So third one is object is kept at beyond the center of object is kept beyond C. Beyond C. See, I am taking again a concave mirror. Then it is the principal axis, it is a pole, it is a focus, it is a center of curvature. Right? It is a center of curvature. So now I am keeping object is at beyond center of curvature. See, it is incident light ray. Whenever it is the incident light is a parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it passing through focus. And I am taking now one more incident light ray is incident, or else you can take that one you can take incident light ray is incident on pole of the spherical mirror. After reflection it is a reflector obliquely from the pole. After reflection it reflects obliquely from the pole. Then it is a reflector light ray, it is a reflector light ray. Then here intersection will be there. Here intersection will be there. Then here the image will be formed. So here this image will be formed. See, now I kept object is beyond C, then image is in between C and F, and these are real image. Then it is a real and inverted image. Real and inverted image. And see, it is object height and size of the object. It is the size of the image. So somewhat it is a diminished image. So for that one it is a diminished. Diminished means size is small. Magnified means size is big. Then diminished image is a diminished image, and image is in between C and F. It is not C and F. And you notice one thing here: all real images are inverted images. All, whenever the real image formed means we can say it is inverted image. Real image formed like whenever it will be really intersected, then compulsory it forms inverted image. And all virtual images are erect image only. So how it forms virtual image, we can discuss here. One virtual image formed for concave mirror, so that I will discuss with you. So object is kept in beyond C, image is in between C and F, real and inverted image and diminished image. So object is in between C and F. C is a concave mirror. So it is a pole, it is a focus, and it is a center of curvature. So if we keep object is in between C and F, then where image will be formed, that we will see. See, is passing through focus. I am taking See here there is an intersection between that, right? So if you kept object is in between C and F, then where image will be formed? The image formed at beyond C. Image is formed beyond C. Then it is a image is beyond C, and it is also real and inverted image. Real and inverted image, and it is a magnified image. It is a magnified image. So this is about when we kept object is in between C and F, right? Yes. Next one is we kept object is at C. Object is at C. If kept object is at C, we'll see where image will be formed, right? So it is a pole and it is a focus and it is a center of curvature, right? So I am taking object is at C. So incident light ray passing through focus parallel to the principal axis. So now whenever I am taking incident light ray passing through focus, what happens after reflection? It passing through parallel to the principal axis. It passing through parallel to the principal axis. See here intersection will be there. Then image also is at C. If you kept object is at C, image also formed at C, and it is the same size of the object. The image size is same size, equal size of the object also, and it is also real image, then real and inverted image. So object is at C, then image is also at C. Image is also at C. Real and inverted, and same size of the object. Same size of the object, right? Same size of the object. And the last one is, so here we discussed that different positions. First we discussed about whenever object is kept infinite, where image form. When we kept object at focus, where image will form. When we kept object is beyond C, where image form. When we kept object is in between C and F, where image form. When we kept object is at C, where image form. What is its nature of image also. Now last case is when we kept all these images, whatever we observed, all these images are real and inverted images. All are up to this, right? Real and how many images are found? See, first one is object is in infinity, second one is object is at focus, and third one is object is beyond C, and fourth one is object is in between C and F, and the fifth one is object is at C. So sixth one is so object is in between P and F. In between P and F. So where how it will be, you can see. It is a concave mirror. Pole, focus, center of curvature. So if you kept object is in between P and F, what happened you can see. So it is passing through focus, and whenever incident light ray is incident obliquely on the pole, it is also reflected obliquely from the pole. Then here if you can intersect anywhere, so there is no intersection. You can extend these reflected light rays up to anywhere. There is no intersection will be here. There is no intersection will be there. So for that only we can extend these reflected light rays are appearing. So to create an image. So then their image will be formed, right? So here actually these actual reflected light rays does not form an image. So to create an image, we can extend these reflected light rays are appearly to create image. So then at some other point the image will be formed. Then here we can say it is a virtual image. We can say it is a virtual image. Why? Because we can extend these reflected light rays are appearly to form at some other point image. Then some other point the image will be formed. Then we can say it is a virtual image. The image is formed behind the mirror. Where image will be formed? The kept object is in between P and F, and image is formed behind the mirror. So image is formed behind the mirror. Image is formed behind the mirror, and it is a virtual and direct image. See, it is a image is like this, not like this. Then some other people it is a virtual and direct image. So virtual and direct image. It is a magnified image. It is a size of compared to size of object, size of image is big. Then it is a magnified image. So in 6 positions, we are discussing this image formation. At only in concave mirror, this is the only, this position only forms a virtual image. That position we call pole, in between pole to focus. Thank you, dear students.